What is up everyone, how's it going? Hope you're keeping well and welcome back to another video on my YouTube channel. If you're an Irish person like myself, you'll be pretty relieved to see the back of that international break with two disappointing results on the football front and the rugby scene over the last week or so. Thankfully, we've only got 2 sleeps left until the Game Week 9 deadline, so it's great to have FPL back in our lives. Before I get into today's video, 70% of my viewers aren't actually subscribed to the channel, so if you are watching this video and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button below. We're currently on the road to 5k subs, so if you aren't subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button and support the channel. In today's video, we'll be looking at how I fared out in Game Week 8, and we'll also be looking at my transfer plans and team selection ahead of Game Week 9. Stick around towards the end of the video also, where I'll be heading to a pitch in County Roscommon for my weekly captaincy video. Let's get into the video. So quick rewind back to Game Week 8, when it seems so long ago when I activated my wild card and I ended up scoring 53 points for the game week. It was an average enough return of the game week, and it started off pretty disappointingly when my captain Heung-min Son blanked in the early kickoff against Luton. Son was probably unlucky not to return as he set up poor early on in the first half when he should have scored, and Basuma picking up a red card in the first 45 minutes after a second yellow card from a stupid dive. It definitely affected his output. At least Madison was able to come away with an assist for Tottenham's only goal, and Udigi came away with a 6-point return after he picked up a clean sheet. 18 points for my first 3 players in the early kickoff wasn't a bad return, albeit I did have a captaincy blank, and with Son blanking from the armband, I was pretty scared of what was going to come with Haaland up against Arsenal on Sunday. Matt Turner proved to be the bargain buy of the wildcard as he picked up a clean sheet against Palace for a much needed 6-point return, and he now has Luton at home up next in Game Week 9, so I'll be hoping he can make it 2 clean sheets in 2 before I move him out of the starting 11. The only downside from that game was the fact I started Dan Burn over Guehi, and Guehi managed to come away with a 9-point return. I didn't want to have 2 players involved in the game, as nil-nils are hard to come by, so I can't feel too hard done by from that outcome. Salah's 2 goals away to Brighton and his 15-point haul confirmed that pressing the wildcard was the correct decision. Even though I didn't captain him, I was glad to get on board with him before his price rises, and Liverpool now have a great run of fixtures upcoming over the next couple of weeks, so even though he didn't see the captaincy in Game Week 8, he'll definitely be given the armband over the next couple of games. The triple up in Villa assets did prove to be a bit disappointing in Game Week 8, as Diaby only managed to play 60 minutes, and Matty Cash lost a clean sheet to a Wolves goal early on in the second half. At least Ollie Watkins was able to come away with an assist, which now means he's only blanked once in the first 8 games. Villa do have a great run of fixtures now up until Game Week 14, so I'll definitely be seeing some returns from these players. I just need to keep the faith. As I didn't captain Haaland, I was glad to see him blank against Arsenal, as a return from him would have badly affected my rank. That blank against Arsenal now means he's blanked twice in his last 2 games, so managers who have sold Haaland will be glad to see he's currently off form. That being said, he did return well for Norway over the international break, and with Rodri coming back into the City team, I'm expecting Haaland to pick up some form over the next couple of games. All in all, 53 points at the game week wasn't a bad score at all, and it saw me rise from 1.7 million to 1.2 million overall. Playing the wildcard was definitely the right decision, as it allowed me to bring Mo Salah into the team and get rid of deadwood players in Trippier United, Brian Mbeumo and Estepinian, who all blanked in Game Week 8. My team is now well set up for the next couple of game weeks, so after a green hour on Game Week 8, hopefully I'll be seeing a lot more over the next couple of game weeks. That's the Game Week 8 review. It's time to start shifting our focus towards Game Week 9, so let's get planning ahead for that. So the big news over the international break was the fact that Robertson has injured his shoulder, and he's now rumoured to be out for the next 10 weeks, close until the new year, so that raises the argument for Tsimikas to be brought into the team. Price of 4.4 million, he's nearly less than half the price of Trent, and as you can see on screen there, Liverpool have a great run of fixtures up until Game Week 16, so if Tsimikas does get some regular game time, I'm expecting to see some great returns over the next couple of games. He's also proven he's got an attacking output, as he grabbed an assist for Greece against Ireland last Friday evening, so with those fixtures, there's great chance of a clean sheet potential and some attacking threat, so price at 4.4 million, he definitely could be a bargain buy over the next couple of game weeks. I would advise to make sure you do have Matty Cash if you are considering between him or Tsimikas, but if you do have Matty Cash and you are in the market for a defender, Tsimikas could be a great pick over the next couple of games. So looking ahead to Game Week 9, we start off with the clean sheet odds for the weekend's games, and Newcastle are the favourites for a clean sheet with their home fixture against Crystal Palace. I don't have Trippier in my team, but I do have Dan Burn, so I'm hoping Trippier can stay quiet this weekend and Burn gets his clean sheet. It's also good viewing for Turner owners, as Forest are second favourite for a clean sheet with their home fixture against Luton, so let's hope Turner can make it 2 clean sheets in 2 before he leaves my starting 11, as I mentioned earlier on in the video. It's also some good viewing for the rest of my defence, as Cash and Udigi both have a good chance of a clean sheet this weekend, so hopefully I do see some clean sheets for the rest of my defence. Looking at predicted points for Game Week 9, Mo Salah leads the line in the Merseyside derby with a predicted point score of 8.6 points. Erling Haaland isn't too far behind him with a predicted score against Brighton at home of 8.3 points, so definitely have a captaincy headache this weekend between Salah, Haaland and even Heung-min Son at home to Fulham on Monday night. We'll chat about that later on in the video when I'm deciding the captaincy, but it's also good viewing to see that 5 of my players make the top 10 for predicted points this weekend, so hopefully we see some nice returns in Game Week 9. So looking ahead to my own team this weekend, Matt Turner earns the number 1 spot in goals with his home fixture against Luton. As we spoke about earlier, Forrest are ranked second for the chance of a clean sheet this weekend, so hopefully Turner gets that clean sheet and maybe some cheeky save points. It's finally just a relief to have Onana out of the team, so hopefully Turner can make it 2 clean sheets in 2 before I sub him out of the team and Areola comes in for Game Week 10 for West Ham's favourite fixture run. Moving on to my back 3, first off it's great to see that all of my defence have a home fixture this weekend, so hopefully that aids in the chance of a clean sheet. Starting off with Dan Burn, Newcastle are favourites for the chance of a clean sheet this weekend, and with Ayes is still sidelined for Palace, I do think they'll struggle in front of goals, so hopefully we do see that Newcastle clean sheet. Matty Cash has been playing high up on the right side for Villa over the last couple of game weeks, and he was fairly unlucky not to have scored last week against Wolves, only for a fine stop from Sa. He's up against a West Ham side who have looked good in front of the goals over the last couple of game weeks, so I'm not that confident of a Villa clean sheet this weekend, but that being said, West Ham are also one of the worst defences in the league with only 1 clean sheet this season, so hopefully Matty Cash can combat losing a clean sheet and hopefully comes away with an attack in return. Udigi completes my 3-man defence where he's up against Fulham on Monday night, where I'll be hoping he can add to his 2 assists this season with another attack in return. Son, Diaby, Salah, Maddison and James Ward-Prowse complete my 5-man midfield this week, and starting off with Diaby, I'll be hoping for a return for him against West Ham this weekend after the disappointing blank against Wolves in Game Week 8. We spoke about Villa's great fixture run over the next couple of game weeks, so even after this week, I'll be hoping for the next couple of returns over the next few for Diaby. With only 1 blank in his first 8 games this season, I'm expecting Mo Salah to run riot in the Merseyside derby against Everton on Saturday morning. Liverpool are ranked first for the chance of scoring 2+ goals, so I'm expecting Salah to be amongst the returns in the early kick-off on Saturday. James Ward-Prowse has a tough task away to Villa this weekend, so I'm not expecting too much from him, but he is on set pieces, so if West Ham do score, there's always a chance he'll be involved. I wasn't expecting much from the Newcastle game or the Villa game this weekend, but the focus is definitely on Game Week 10 onwards when West Ham have a great run of fixtures. Completing my midfield, I'll be hoping my Spurs double up of Son and Maddison can return well against Fulham on Monday night. Son did well over the international break, picking up a goal and assist in his last game for South Korea. He did hobble off after 45 minutes with a thigh injury, but he was able to play the full 90 minutes, and in his post-match interview he said he'd be fine for the weekend, so hopefully he is. That's my 5-man midfield. Let's move on to the forwards. Erling Haaland and Ollie Watkins complete my starting 11, and with Ollie Watkins having only 1 blank all season, and he's up against a poor West Ham defence this weekend, and after he picked up a goal for England on international duty, he'll be full of confidence, so I'm expecting a return here again this weekend. With Erling Haaland up against a leaky Brighton defence, I'll be hoping he can punish those who sold him with a haul this weekend. That's how my lineup is currently looking. Let's have a look at my potential transfers ahead of Game Week 9. I'm happy out with my team for Game Week 9, so I'll be looking to save the transfer this week, but one transfer we'll be looking to make over the next couple of weeks is bringing Saka back into the team for Game Week 10 when Arsenal play Sheffield United at home. Saka did drop to 8.5 million during the week, and I do have 0.8 million in the bank, so I'll be able to take out Maddison and bring Saka back into the team, while also still have 0.1 million in the bank after making the transfer. This is a move I can worry about in a few weeks' time, so let's put our focus back to planning for Game Week 9 and head to pitch in County Roscommon and see who I'm captaining this week.
Right, so Game Week 9, we've got Salah against Everton in the early kick-off, Haaland at home to Brighton, and Son at home to Fulham on Monday night. So 3 captaincy candidates this week. As you can see, there's a match just about to start here in Boyle GA, so have to be quick and have an audience watching me, so hopefully we don't mess up or it doesn't take too long. Right, 3 candidates. Let's see who we're going to get. We're close enough again to the 45-yard line. Going to do something different, just do a few keepy uppies and see can I get it over the bar. So let's get straight into it. Hopefully it doesn't take too long and I don't make a fool of myself. Cut that. Haaland for the armband.
Yeah, having been burned in the early kickoff last weekend, I don't think I can put myself through it twice, so Haaland gets the captaincy against Brighton at home, where I am expecting him to haul. I do expect Salah to do well in the Merseyside derby, but if he somehow blanks, it will definitely be a long weekend if I give him the armband, so that's the reason for captaining Haaland. If you've made it to the end of this video, please give it a like, drop a comment below, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Let's hit a like goal of 60 likes on this video, so if you are watching this video and you haven't liked it yet, now is the time to do so. If you are watching this video also and you're not subscribed, please do hit that subscribe button. We're currently on the road to 5k subs, so if you aren't subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that button below. If you like this video and subscribe to the channel, I'll guarantee you a captaincy haul this weekend. I'll catch you all early on Saturday morning for the GW9 deadline stream, so I'll see you all then. Thanks for watching, I'll see you in the next video.